Many Americans have proudly, in the past, pointed to the many ways this nation has clearly demonstrated its unique character and manner, standing out at the so-called head of the line in so many instances and/or cases. This makes it even more concerning about how we've responded to this recent health crisis. Not only has our response and reactions failed to stand out for the better, but to many, it appears, we have lost much of our previous luster. Why has the United States fared so poorly compared to many other nations throughout the world? With that in mind, this article will attempt to briefly consider, examine, review, and discuss 3 possibilities and, hopefully, essential lessons we will learn to protect the future generations, etc. 1. 3 to 4% of the population, yet about 30% of the infections and deaths from this pandemic. Although the United States has about 3 to 4% of the world's population, we have experienced approximately 30% of the total infections and deaths worldwide. A recent study, performed and evaluated at Columbia University, indicated the significant increase in the number of deaths and infections caused by our delayed response, in terms of addressing it accurately and more effectively. While this president was not responsible for and/or the cause of this pandemic by his actions and/or willingness to procrastinate, instead, in the earlier stages, brought undesired ramifications. Because President Trump appeared to ignore earliest warnings, refused World Health Organization's advice and offers, and them calling it a hoax, and permitting events such as Mardi Gras, etc. go on, many people were put at risk. Instead of us being a leader, as we have often been in the past, we waited when we should have acted sooner and more dramatically. 2. Planning and preparation. An examination of the U.S. timeline, in the years leading up to this health crisis, indicates Trump's reducing significantly our pandemic committee, and minimizing the Center for Disease Control in budgeting, focus, preparation, etc., seriously affected, for the worse, our nation's planning and preparation, and, thus, were probably factors in our response. 3. Lockdown flights from China far earlier than from Europe. Although China was the origin of the disease, flights from China came into the West Coast, while European flights arrived, to a large degree, at JFK International Airport in New York City. We now know this was a primary reason this area became the epicenter of the disease, and accounts for about 1/3 of the U.S. cases. Wake up, America, because what public officials do, prioritize, and/or neglect, often have serious ramifications and implications. We need wiser leaders, who are prepared to make timely decisions, focused on scientific experts, science, and data, rather than personal, public agenda, and/or self-interest. Don't forget to like this video, and subscribe to the channel to receive all new and exclusive